What's going on YouTube? DFS Squad, it's your boy Cam ATL, aka Fantasy Houdini, Houdini. If you're not following me on Twitter, go ahead and do that right now before you continue the video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel down below, and let's get to it. I'm sorry about the delay, guys. I have had the worst fucking migraine of my life all morning because I was up so fucking late. I ended up waking up with the worst headache of my life, so it has taken a minute for me to get my senses together to be able to make this video. But of course, I gotta do it every single day. I'm not missing a day. I gotta be there for the DFS squad. I'm gonna give y'all my ideas for the day. Other than my ideas, everybody in the squad, we work together for fucking to help everybody. It doesn't even matter. Like, my opinion is my opinion, y'all's opinions are y'all's opinions, and it's just as valuable as mine. Okay, we're all together in this shit. I'm gonna give y'all my tips and my what I think is a good strategy for the day. But at the same time, if you follow my Twitter, we have so many DFS minded people in this DFS squad group that all of us work together and we create a masterpiece by the end of the day before game starts. And most of the time we are very successful, okay? The last couple days, we've had some stupid shit go down, like a star play like a scrub several times. And it's annoying, but the shit like that just happens. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that happens. But our fucking winning streak is about to come back. Trust me, guys. Let's fucking do this. DFS squad, let's go. Straight into the fucking lineup today. Tip off is at 6. Now, I really have got to go Russell Westbrook today, man. Denver is the worst against point guards. Russell's probably going to get 100. He's going to put up that Harden game. He's going to get like 100 plus. Is that ridiculous? Like, the matchup is so amazing for Russell Westbrook. It is going to be very hard to fade him. Matter of fact, I don't even know if it's possible to fade him. I mean, yes, he's expensive, but I don't know if it's possible to fade him. Like, it's just too nice. Let's see what we can do here. Now put Russell Westbrook in. That matchup is juicy as hell, which is why he's so expensive. Now let's go down at shooting guard. We're going to have to save some places. We need to go down here. I really like that. Y'all know Kyle Korver was traded to the fucking Cavs, right? So that's going to open up more playing time for some other guys in this Atlanta Hawks offense. Okay? That's going to open up time for Tim Hardaway Jr. Tim Hardaway could have a good game against Dallas, matter of fact. That's going to open up time for Cephalosha. He played well on his last game. Matter of fact, I think Cephalosha might be the play here, guys. Cephalosha might be the play here. At 4,400, Cephalosha might just be the play to go with here. I like how Bazemore scores in multiple categories, but he's just been struggling a little too much for me. I do like Cephalosha against Dallas, and at that price tag, I really like it. I really like it. Now, if we hear any injury reports come up, Seth Curry would be a good play, guys. If any of those Dallas front court guys end up out. Okay? Like, if they end up out, you need to make sure you have that in. Now, here's the deal, though. I'm going to go Jeremy Lamb because Nicholas Batum is sitting today. Okay? In this game against San Antonio, they're going to have to score to keep up. And San Antonio struggles against shooting guards. That's the only place they struggle against. So Jeremy Lamb is going to be a good steal at 4,000. All right? Small forwards. There's a lot of good options here. Jimmy Butler against Toronto, guys. Just like when I said, let's go Gordon Hayward. There was a reason why I did that, because Toronto sucks against forwards. They're just sucking against everybody against forwards. Okay, Gordon Hayward had a bad game, but Jimmy Butler won't. All right, I'm just going to be honest with you. Jimmy Butler won't. But I like Kawhi Leonard against Charlotte a little bit more. A tad bit more. I like Kawhi Leonard against Charlotte. There's absolutely nobody who can stop him. Now, I'm going to go ahead and go to center, guys. A few days ago, we took a guy named Jeff T. Now, he's got a teammate named Miles Turner that I also had in the lineup for a while during the day, and then I overthought myself, and I took him out last minute. Miles Turner is going to destroy New York, guys. He is going to destroy New York. So make sure you get Miles Turner in your lineup. Now, we're going to have to go real cheap some places, guys. So remember what I said about Cephalosha. He's getting that opportunity. Cephalosha's getting that opportunity now. The last couple games, he's gotten very solid minutes. Very, very solid minutes. They've had a few days off. I like him for 25 to 30, honestly. Playing the minutes he's playing, I like Cephalosha for 25 to 30. Tim Hardaway. He hasn't been playing quite as many minutes, but he could also blow up at any moment. We know that. We know that. That's the problem with that situation in Atlanta. We don't really know which one of those two are going to get hot. You know what I'm saying? I would expect it to probably be out of the two. I would have to say Tim Hardaway would be the better player in tournaments because Tim Hardaway has the higher upside. Cephalosha's just going to get you about 25. Hardaway could get you 40. You know what I'm saying? So in tournament plays, I would recommend Hardaway at 4,000 is a good play, guys, especially with Corver going over to the Cavaliers. We need help at shooting guard right now. That opens up a lot of minutes for Tim Hardaway. Tim Hardaway is a pure scorer, okay? And Dallas has nobody to stop him. So I really like that matchup. It is in Dallas, which is a little bit of a downer, but I like it. Now, we've got 1,300 left, so we got to go cheap other places too, guys. Now, Lore against Portland. This guy has been very, very solid, guys, and we know Portland struggles against forwards. The problem is that last game he only got 22 minutes, which I don't know exactly why. Maybe the game flow just changed on him. Maybe, I don't know. But he didn't get many minutes last game, which sucks. Now, Taj Gibson against Toronto, guys, like I said, forwards do good against Toronto, all right? They just do. It's something that happens. Now, I would not recommend Kaminsky against San Antonio, guys. I would not recommend that. I know he's been doing good for you guys, but I would not recommend he do that this time. It says Fareed is set to play in Saturday's matchup against the Thunder. It said he's figures to resume his usual workload in Sunday's game. I don't know exactly what that means, and I don't know if I believe it, honestly. So I don't. It's hard for me to sit here and be like, you know what, go Fareed, not really knowing what's going on with that situation. Now, Damari Carroll against Chicago is a good play, guys, especially if he gets that many fucking minutes. 39 minutes. You see that last game? If he gets that many minutes, he will succeed very well against Chicago. Chicago struggles against the forward spot as well. Okay? Looks like his fucking restriction has been raised. Let's check on the reason why he got that many minutes is because his teammate ended up being out. Let me see. Patrick Patterson was out, okay, and he was unable to participate in Saturday's shoot-around. So I'm thinking Patrick Patterson's going to be out again. So that definitely means that you got to have that boy, Damari Carroll, in the lineup against Chicago. I really like him. Guys. When we're going with these big guys, these big-name guys like Russell Westbrook, Miles Turner, and Kawhi Leonard, we're going to have to take chances other places. I like Tim Hardaway Jr.'s setup in Atlanta without Kyle Korver anymore. Okay? And Tim Hardaway is a very good scorer. Okay, against Dallas, they have nobody to stop him. Damari Carroll, the opportunity's there. Patrick Patterson's out. He's getting 39 minutes without the guy in. Like, he's gonna get 30 plus minutes in a plus matchup. I really like it. Kawhi Leonard, I don't even have to explain why I like him. That's obvious. Jeremy Lamb's, once again, opportunity. Nicholas Batum's out. Okay, Russell Westbrook, obviously, I don't have to explain that. Let's go down the forward spot. Let's go down to this spot right here, and let's go back down to these 4,000 area so we can get another little sneaky play going here. Now, I just got an update a second ago. It's just reminding me Jeremy Lamb will start for Nicholas Batum, as you see right there. So Jeremy Lamb will start, guys. Get him in your lineups. He's a very good cheap play today. You got to make sure you do it. He's going to be highly owned probably. But fuck it, okay? It's worth it, and there's a reason why he's going to be highly owned. You need to make sure you're on the wagon as well, okay? Now, I kind of like Amir Johnson against New Orleans. I know this guy can be streaky. This guy can for sure be streaky, but New Orleans is a good matchup. The problem is he just played last night. So a really good matchup will be, I'm not going to hate anybody if you go Anthony Davis. I'm not going to hate you for that. I will totally understand you for that. I'm just not doing it because I prefer Russell Westbrook, and you can't really go both. I like Kawhi Leonard today. I just like him. Thaddeus Young against New York is a good matchup, man. It's a good matchup. Very good. I don't see who's going to stop him. I really don't. Porzingis isn't that good at defending. Porzingis is another big body down low to get rebounds and stuff, so that's a negative for them. Matter of fact, I really like Porzingis today, guys. I don't know if I would be able to fit him in. Let's see what we got at the 3,000 area. If I put Porzingis in, let's go look and see if we got any steals and deals down here at 3,000. I highly, highly doubt that there's anything worth playing down here. Yesterday, I took the Vince Carter route, and Vince Carter ended up leaving the game. So that didn't help me, as well as them not notifying everybody that the guy was going to play. JaMychal Green he was slated, he was unlikely to play. So, of course, I'm like, okay, Vince Carter's about to get the opportunity. And us DFS people, we know when somebody's going to get that opportunity and they're that cheap, you throw that dart. That's what you got to do. DFS squad, y'all all know about that. When somebody's going to get that opportunity and they're that cheap, you definitely throw a dart and you roll with them. And he had the opportunity. And then last minute after the slate was already locked up, by the way, fuck DraftKings in their lock lineup shit. How do you not lock an NFL lineup, but you're going to lock NBA? Do you understand that NBA changes every 5 minutes? People just decide they're not going to play very last minute. How are you going to take lock? How are you going to lock that shit in NBA of all sports? Why NBA? Lock NFL, because who cares? Pretty much you know who's going to play and who's not in NFL. Pretty much. I mean, it's really not a big deal. NBA? That shit changes every 30 seconds. Y'all have got to unlock that shit. Every time DraftKings, look, all of DFS Squad and everybody who sees this video, sometimes when you open up DraftKings, they ask you for your opinion and they ask you to review. Make sure you comment down below in that review that you hate that they have the lineup locked because it's the stupidest shit that's ever been thought of. That shit is the dumbest shit ever, man. Comment down below your feelings on that. Maybe I'm the only one, but hey. All right, so I'm not going to be able to go Porzingis as you saw because I'm deadlocked with my lineup. I'm not taking Russell Westbrook out. I love the matchup, okay? He will stay in my lineup. Now, if you guys know me, I literally study my lineup and work on my lineup all the way up until tip-off. So, yes, there are a few positions that'll change on here, okay? And I post updates on Twitter, so you got to follow me for the updated rosters. You got to follow me for that. Because the lineup you see on here is a solid lineup. But after analyzing the whole entire day, a few positions might change. So you got to follow me on Twitter to get those updates, guys. The whole DFS squad gives opinions and shit. And trust me, you want to hear it. Everybody in DFS squad who rides with this wave right now, we all know what we're talking about. So everybody's opinion together is like one big giant DFS monster. And you got to come to the Twitter account. Follow me at Fantasy Houdini, Houdini. If you don't have a Twitter, just make one for DFS. And follow me, all right? And we can really get this money going, guys. All right, so let's get it. Anyways, so yeah, Porzingis is going to be a struggle to get in, man. I'm going to be honest with you guys. Porzingis is going to be a struggle, so I'm not going to go Porzingis right now. Maybe I can work some things later on. But Porzingis, as of now, I'm not going to go with Porzingis. Boston. Now, Marcus Smart played 30 minutes last night, put up 35 points. Hey, once again, man, Isaiah Thomas had them. Look, you guys are not wrong for liking Isaiah Thomas yesterday. I loved Isaiah Thomas. Okay, and everybody was telling me Isaiah, Isaiah, Isaiah all day. Everybody was saying his name. Look, y'all are not wrong for that. But just like DFS is, sometimes the stars play like scrubs and there's nothing you can do about it. Sometimes the stars just don't align. And that happens in DFS. You just can't get down on yourself. You got to pick yourself back up and you got to fucking go get this money. Okay? You got to go get this money. Now let's go, man. All right, so Marcus Smart is a good play against New Orleans, but they just played last night. All right? So let's keep track of this Kenneth Fareed situation, okay? If they come out and they announce that Fareed's going to get his a good amount of minutes in this game, I would go him for 4,400, man. That's a good ass matchup, and that's a good situation, okay? I would definitely go Kenneth Fareed if he's getting 30 plus minutes, okay? But that's up in the air right now. So I would definitely think twice before you just run into doing it right now. You know what I'm saying? Wait until they give updates on it. Now, Marcus Morris against Portland, guys. I am really, really liking that. You see his minutes the last couple games. 36-29. They're really calling on him to do big things, okay? Against Portland, I see him doing big things. Marcus Morris, guys. He will have a great game. Taj Gibson against Toronto. Great setup for him. John Lore. Good setup for him. All right. Now, John Lore has been slipping as of late. He played 34 minutes against Indiana, and he did good. He got 26.8, which is okay. But he played 22 against Charlotte and only got 17.5. Playing him will be a risk, guys. It's not set in stone. Playing him will be a risk, and he doesn't have much upside. Now, Favors, guys. Keep an eye on Favors. His minutes are creeping up, and this matchup against Minnesota is actually not bad. Okay? They're not too good against power forward as of recently, which is surprising because of the presence of Dang and Towns down low, but it's just not mattering. With the minutes that Favors is getting, guys, he's creeping up there in minutes. Okay, he had 29 minutes and then 26 minutes. And if he happens to get 25 to 30 minutes, he could easily get 30 plus fantasy points, and that's all we need for 5,200. I like Derek Favors' upside, and I really like him today, guys. But I also really like Crowder against New Orleans. Yes, he played last night, and here's why I kind of like him, though. He played last night, but he struggled. He didn't score anything. Now, I see him coming back and really wanting to get himself going, okay? I see him coming back against New Orleans and doing very well. Now, New Orleans struggles against small forwards, guys. They have nobody to guard small forwards. Nobody. Name me a good defender that guards small forwards on New Orleans. I'll give you a second because it's going to take you a while to get that. Because there's no way. Nobody on New Orleans can guard Jay Crowder. I really like Jay Crowder's upside. You know what? I'm more comfortable going Jay Crowder than Favors at this point unless I hear an update saying Favors for sure will play a certain amount of minutes. I like Crowder against New Orleans at home today. Okay? He struggled against Philly last night, guys. He will get it going tonight, okay? You look for a struggle for them to bounce back. This is the bounce back game for Crowder today. No, I am not playing Isaiah Thomas. Isaiah Thomas let me fucking down yesterday. I don't like playing players that let me down the day before. That pisses me off. And I love Russell Westbrook a lot. Now, for 4,700, guys, for this utility spot, we got to make a good choice. Now, Gary Harris against OKC. We know Denver's going to have to score somehow, guys. Because OKC, Russell Westbrook and them, Russell's going to score at ease. There's nobody that even halfway can slow Russell Westbrook. So Gary Harris is a good play against OKC in a game where they're going to really have to find ways to put up some shots and get in the game at all. You know what I'm saying? They're going to have to do something. And I see Gary Harris having a good game. Now, Mudai also is a good play against OKC. The problem is he's very up and down. He can be very good. He can get you 40. Or he can be very bad and get you 14 or 8. You know what I'm saying? Now, in his defense, he did play San Antonio last game, and he got 17.8 in his defense. All right. But he does have games like against Philly, 38. And he has game against Dallas, 35. New York, 40. You know, he has those games when he has a good matchup that he does well. Okay? The problem is I just don't know, man. I just don't know. I like Harkless against Detroit today, guys. I really like Harkless against Detroit. And that's actually the person I'm going to put in this slot right here. Harkless has been playing very well. And against Detroit, they've been struggling. They've been struggling against small forwards, guys. Remember, Paul George against them. Remember, we started, I think it was Gordon Hayward against them. All right, and both of those guys went crazy against them. All right, Detroit's been giving up points to small forwards, and it's about time that we cash in on that. Now, here's the lineup, guys. This is a very, very solid lineup. If I switch anything, it'll probably be one position, maybe two. Maybe. It won't be much more than that. Miles Turner, I am dead set on Miles Turner. Miles Turner is going to have a ridiculous game today. Make sure you get him in. He's on fire right now. He's on his hot streak. You definitely want to catch him now before he goes down and goes cold. All right? Damari Carroll, great situation. Patrick Patterson is out. Kawhi Leonard against Charlotte is just a beautiful matchup. Now, that might be the position I fondle with a little bit, okay? Because there might be something else maybe I could get, save a little money, go up somewhere. Hey, but keep an update on Twitter if I decide to do that. But Kawhi Leonard against Charlotte, that's a beautiful matchup. They're the worst in the league against small forwards, okay? And they're going against the best one in the league, and he's at home. So that's a good one. Jeremy Lamb is the sleeper of the day. He's the chalk pick of the day for tournament play, guys. He's going to be very highly owned. That's obvious, but make sure you're on that train, okay? Because he will probably do very well against San Antonio. That's their weak spot, shooting guards. I see Jeremy Lamb doing very well today, okay? Almost everybody and their mama's going to have him, though, but that's fine. Fuck it. Roll with it. Russell Westbrook, I don't even got to explain it, guys. Tim Hardaway Jr. Atlanta just got rid of Kyle Korver. Me, as an Atlanta Hawks fan, I don't mind it. We needed to make some moves, man. Kyle Korver, he's just not what he used to be. He's a very good shooter, but he does nothing else. So I'm glad we got rid of Korver. Cavaliers made a good trade. They needed somebody like that. They needed a sharpshooter like that with JR hurt and out. Okay, so they got Korver. That's a good pickup for them. Atlanta now has Tim Hardaway Jr. to really come off the bench and really start scoring for them. Okay, I'm not 100% sure. They might even start Tim Hardaway. I don't know how they're going to adjust everything. Keep an eye on that, but Tim Hardaway will get enough minutes to be just fine against that Dallas defense who can't stop point guards and shooting guards, okay? Jay Crowder against New Orleans. Perfect situation. New Orleans is not good against small forward position, guys. Anthony Davis will not be guarding him. Jay Crowder had a bad game last game, so I see him as a bounce-back opportunity here at home. Jay Crowder, chalk him up. Harkless, guys, against Detroit. Forwards do very well against Detroit, guy. Mark him down for 30-plus fantasy points tonight, guys. This is where we get our money today, all right? Russell Wilson. Sorry, I did the NFL video yesterday, so I'm still, hey. If you haven't watched the NFL video, go make sure you watch it, all right, guys? Good luck today. Make sure you leave any questions and comments down below. Make sure you like this video. We've been getting a shit ton of a shit ton of likes on the videos lately. We've been averaging over 1,000 views a day on our videos. And if you look at all the other DFS people, they don't get near as many comments. Like, we are live over here. DFS Squad, we are live. We comment, everybody in DFS Squad, we get opinions from everybody. So I get tons of comments all throughout the day. I'm constantly responding to people on Twitter to the point where my Twitter has been lagging like a motherfucker because I'm getting so many messages from my homies at the DFS Squad. But I love it, man. I love it, man. So, yeah, if I'm slow to respond, it's because my Twitter's not allowing me to respond because it's there's so many messages coming, guys. But I got you guys. Follow me on Twitter at FantasyHoudini, Houdini. And make sure you like this video. Let's get this video to 50-plus likes, which is pretty easy. We've been doing recently. And subscribe to the channel, man. We're almost to 500 subscribers. And like I said, I'm going to get DFS Squad t-shirts made, and I'm going to give them to my most loyal subscribers. And then I will have them for sale in a store. All right? Let's get it.